Hey folks, welcome to the 8th update for Trials of Avorkarth, a game I'm making in my spare time. Alright, let's hop into it. Shorter today, but rather important things. So, going with the traditional system I put in place starting last time. Not yet quite a tradition, but nonetheless. I'm going to start off with the visuals, then move on to the gameplay, and then content changes. And due to 2 out of those 3 categories being nigh empty this time, it should be pretty short. So on the visual side of things, nothing has changed. There's a few proxy items that have been added, which you'll see in the gameplay section. So let's move on to that section. Gameplay, I started working on the flow of the game, probably the most important part. I've been doing a lot on the combat field, but then there's the other stuff included. So Trials of Avorkarth being almost like a roguelike deck builder strategy game, I guess. Don't really want to put a title or a category on it, but you have your deck, and then you have your combat phase in the other one, and then the choices of the roguelike is what the flow is. So down here I now have actual categories for the paths. Yes, they look kind of goofy, but that's okay. Temporary. Yeah, I'll just quickly go through them all and understand. So a skull right here means a combat phase. So if you were to choose, say, path A, you go into combat phase first, it would jump you over to the battle map and then back once you win the combat. The second one is the market. Market allows to buy units with gold coins, which is now being counted. It also will probably have a few things like resting your units at an inn, which would reset fatigue and morale, and perhaps a blacksmith for repairing armor if you have a heavily armored unit strategy, but they've been taking a beating recently. So that would be the market. Market is not yet implemented. Third one is the combat again. The fourth one here, that is a recruitment. So the idea is that in a combat phase, you get the rewards at the end of combat. Here, actually, let me just show you. All right, let's toss in a full squad of soldiers. Begin fight, then I'm going to cheat and delete those guys. Yay, I win. But at the end of combat, you would gain a choice. You can get treasure cards, which increase how many coins you have, which you can use at the market to specifically choose what you want. You then have a recruit, which is a booster pack of 5 units, and that would allow you to recuperate your army after whatever losses you gain. But sometimes you take too much damage, and that's where this unit section comes in. There's no combat, and it's an automatic recruit phase, but it is reduced. So it's the option of the player of saying, do I want to go into combat and deal with heavy losses but gain more units? Or if I'm really strong, I can push my advantage further. Or do I try to skip the combat and go for a unit phase, and that would allow the units to be replenished without taking beatings first. However, it is sometimes a weaker option because you won't get as many. So just to show, I'll do a loot, and you get to open your booster pack. I got copper coins down the line. Each one of those gave +1, so the coins are now up to 20. And then the path shifted. Now, since I chose a path in the gameplay, I can no longer select the other one. I am stuck in this path until the end of the level, and then you'd move on to the next level, so to speak. Okay, so yeah, a market would happen. As I said, it's not yet implemented, so I'm just going to go bam. It says path, town, market, and then it goes to the next one, and then that's another combat phase. So I go into the next combat phase. I spawn my soldier, I begin fight, I cheat again. Wow, this game's really easy. And then I open up this time, let's just say a pack of unit cards. So soldier, 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 knight, and a soldier. So now the deck is updated. Since the first soldier was full, let me click on it, 15 out of 15, it started creating a second squad of soldiers. So now it's 4 out of 15 on the second one, the 4 soldiers that I got. And then I got 1 knight card, which may seem really weak, right? You see the 105 HP to the 8, but that's because there's 15 7 health units. And here we have the knight with 8 health base and a ton more armor and weaponry than the basic soldiers. Yeah. Okay, so now the deck phase the combat phase is over. I got my booster pack. It goes to the next phase. It spawns 2 only, as you notice, but it is always a so 2 more soldiers. So now I have 6 soldiers in this one. And then you would get to the final combat phase, and you'll notice that all the units updated properly. Almost all units updated properly. That's a bug I'm going to have to fix next time. I forgot to update the visuals when I recruited the unit. Good to know. For future reference, but I will keep it in the video because that's the essence of creating games. But yeah, there we go. And they're all updated into the initiative phase. They all have their own turns. The knight is the highest initiative on the board with the 11. So on and so forth. And I'm still going to cheat. So for now, the game ends. Once you're done there, let's see if I can get better. Ooh, silver and gold. Nice. Quite a bit more. But it just goes with a basic, you have won message. So that brings us to the third part, which is the content, of which not yet anything more has been implemented. As I said, 2 out of the 3, nothing has changed. So this was purely a gameplay update and me trying to figure it out. Oh, I forgot one thing. These little map icons down here, those are, I'm thinking either passes, so it's a freebie, nothing happens, it's a safe spot, but it's not a gain either, so it's just trying to reduce the number of combats, or I'm thinking it's going to be an artifact hunt, where you can, say, get 6 of these and you get a powerful relic that will boost your units or your gold gain or amount of cards you get in a booster pack kind of thing. And just to show, there's also, oh, I got a few treasure cards, which are exactly like the unit cards, but for treasure coins. So 2 cards in a booster pack, but no combat. Anyways, that's the basic idea, the flow. And then there would probably usually be a boss phase at the end is what I'm thinking, but I've yet to really figure that out. Anyhow, thanks as always for watching, and I'm happy to bring more and keep on working on this. Have a good one all.